Now for this one, I'm not an actual user plugged in, I'm going to tell it to act as a senior revenue analyst. But this would actually be information that would be in the system. I'm going to give it a task of analyzing profitability when discounts are applied and certain shipping behavior costs are put into effect. So this is a real task that we actually got from a client. That's pretty interesting because of the fact that they just wanted to understand how discounts were affecting profitability in different shipping scenarios. So I'm going to basically say, okay, I want to observe profitable outcomes, and I want to understand the impact of the product mix, the customer, discounting activities, and shipping and other operational factors. Now I'm going to say, okay, now that I've done that, what do I want from it? Do I just want that? I'm going to ask it to basically give me some 4 to 6 non-obvious patterns, and I'm going to ask it to make sure that it's like fully looking across my entire database and not just giving me the most obvious things. So you can see that now for this more complex question, it's basically restating the question. It's now looking at the conditions I've set, and it's analyzing my intent. And now it's thinking about what tools to call. Now, again, what's the best about our platform is that it actually crafts the plan for you to review before you move on. So if you see an issue with the plan, you can address it directly. Okay, great. Let's see what it came up with. So for the first step, it's going to prepare the data. And it's going to look into these 4 factors, which all make sense to me, lead time, profit margin, discount bin, shipping cost. Then it's going to look at, for pattern 1, discount versus profit margin. These are the groups and dimensions it's going to do. Looks good to me. Pattern 2, discount versus shipping mode. Makes sense. Then it's going to create a heat map of those trends. It's going to look at regional effects, which most likely can affect shipping costs. And then it's going to see if it's structural or whether there's some other factor going on board. And then it's going to summarize it. All of this looks good to me. If I was more technical, I could review the code. But for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to go forward and say it looks good. And again, you can see on the right side, it's actually showing the code that's being implemented, which is it's an important fact if you have an existing data team, or if you're more technically inclined yourself, you can actually see exactly what's being done. So as you can see, it found 4 key takeaways. It identified, the impact of discount and shipping interactions. It identified the regional effects. It showed structural versus genuine upside, and it showed the difference between a high volume and low volume. But not only did it tell me about them and present me numbers, it gave them to me in visually compelling ways to look at. And as you can see, it actually turns out that you actually make the most shipping to the West Coast versus Central. And you could actually use that to say, okay, maybe you focus more of your advertising and more of your efforts on the West Coast versus Central because you'll actually make a small marginal amount more per sale. So that's something that you kind of unearth that you might not have known before. It's like it's an obvious point, but it's like it's showing you the impact of shipping mode on profitability.